We are live. Oh, well, happy race day, everyone. Everyone enjoy their week off, or did anyone bet Daytona? Were there some people that bet Daytona out there? I feel like there were. I feel like I saw some people on social media saying that they were pissed they bet Daytona, especially when you get the favorite. Especially when you get the favorite winning. Blaney took it from him. Impressive stuff. I know Alex Bowman was happy. We got the race going on right now at Nashville, the IndyCar race. Had a whole $200. We like losing money. Happy race day, Derek. 5 to go. Got Blaney at 12-1. Wow, nice. That's a good one. Custer last week. Austin Dillon gonna shock some folks today. Okay, maybe. I don't hate Dillon today. All right, well, hey, let's get into this. We've got 72 people here. Hopefully we get up to like 700 people. Well, happy race day, everyone. Southern 500, one of my favorite weeks of the year. Favorite races. Great for betting. Great racing. Cheers. Taking a pull. All right, let's get into this. No couch bet. But if there was one. Oh, also, I'm going live the entire race. So, like, this is going to end, and then I'll start up a new stream, and I'm going to go live the entire race. I don't know how much the delay is from what I actually say to actually, like, getting broadcast on YouTube or X. But my goal is to just be better than the broadcast booth when it comes to information. That's my goal. So, I'm hopefully still going to be ahead. That's my plan. But we'll find out what the lag time is. And it's about 20 seconds. Jeez, 20 seconds. Yeah, that's going to be hard to beat. What's the delay from your brain to your mouth? Depends on how many beers I've had. All right. Denny Hamlin. Well, if you got 7-1, congratulations. Car fired off real slow in practice. And but then got better because he didn't fire off great in practice, was fighting a tight condition. Car kind of came to him late. Denny's going to be a bitch today. He is going to be a bitch today. So, can Denny win? Yeah, Denny from the pole can win. But not a great practice, I agree. Not a great practice. He got good. He was very serviceable in the long run, but that's only because I think he was so bad on the short run. I don't have anything on. Actually, I did bet under car number under 12.5. That's the only thing I'd have on Hamlin. I only have 2 outright so far. It's a long race. The track's going to go through a few changes. I like a few longer shots, but I haven't kind of honed in on a favorite that I like the best. We'll get there. Yeah, Denny's going to be around all day. Yeah, the pit stall. I go back to a few tweets that I've had in the past where it was, I will never not have the first pit stall on my card ever again at Darlington. And then here I am. I guess I kind of have Hamlin. So let's move on to Chase Briscoe. Terrible practice and a great qualifying, and he'll be fine. Todd was texting me after practice and like, hey, looks like we're going to fade Briscoe. Yeah, they moved the timing a little bit. I understand that. The first stall, but it's still the first stall and really good. And especially when you're taking 4 tires every time, it's impossible it's impossible to really gain an advantage too much, especially on that 11 team, which has been pretty solid on pit road. And obviously Denny, Denny's he's a fighter. You get a late race caution, it's like he just loves it. And just how much hill is too much tonight? I have no idea what you're asking. Anyway, Briscoe, as bad in practice as anyone looked, as bad as anybody, and he was in clean air and he looked terrible. But Chase is going to keep track position. If he loses it, if he ever loses track position, he's gone, like straight to the back, not going to be around, not even be a factor. But if he doesn't lose track position, he'll just be up all day. He'll just be up there all day. Really hard to fade. Really hard to fade. Josh Berry, great qualifying for this 21 team. I forgot they were in the playoffs, mainly because they've just been so terrible lately. Again, no short run speed, good long run speed. Berry is one of those guys that at this track, serviceable. So I have nothing on or against Berry. If anything, I'm betting against him. You know, I'm not looking for certain matchups to like, oh, I'd like to get some money on Josh Berry today. That's just not a thing. So if anything, I'd be looking to fade him. If you're just give you Berry stage 1 winner, I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, Ryan thinks he'll be very good. Okay, that's where we're at. Okay. How many cocktails have you had so far? This is my 5th beer. Number 5 today. It's a cider, but you get the point. Tyler Reddick. At times, when Tyler Reddick was running good, clean laps, he was as good as anybody. He was as good as anybody. Gosh, do we trust Tyler Reddick? We trust him? You tell me. Big Ross likes Reddick a lot. He ran some spectacular lap times late, but he couldn't sustain them. That's my concern. There was someone that he was good. He was good. There was a car that was better. Reddick was fast at Richmond? I don't remember that. I don't like him at 7. I think that 10-1 price that he opened. Was he fast at Richmond? I didn't think he was fast at Richmond, was he? Was Reddick fast at Richmond? What am I missing there? Okay, so if he's down to 7-1, I don't like it. I thought he was 10. Yeah, he's 10 at FanDuel. Okay. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I don't hate that 10-1 number. If I had to, if you group him in with the favorites, that's probably the best number. Just because I do think he's a tick off the 11, 5, 12. But he's still kind of there. I'm going to cramp up. Yeah, he's been struggling as of late. Yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, Reddick, if you like Reddick in matchups, I mean, pick your spots, but I actually like Reddick more to win than I do in matchups because it's kind of a feast or famine for him. Kyle Larson. They didn't talk about him in practice at all. He looked average on lap times in practice, but he was in traffic. 45 for the win. Reddick won stage 1 at Richmond. Oh yeah, well whatever. I don't know. I didn't think that Reddick was that fast at Richmond. Larson, has in the last 4 years, has anyone been this low on Kyle Larson? Like I feel like he's just he's ever since the double or ever since he went to Indy, just hasn't been the same. Yeah, he hasn't, but he was also average in practice, and they didn't talk much about him, which I like. He also led a ton of laps here last year. He also was the first caution early in the year this year at Darlington. He also ruined Ryan Blaney's day and therefore ruining my day and everybody's day at Darlington. Stepping away from your Euro trip to say Reddick wins tonight. Yeah. What are everyone's thoughts on Larson tonight? I want to see in the comments what they think, what they expect from Larson tonight. I'm going to move on. Chastain, old Rossi Ross. Let's see, where's Chastain here? Good on the short run, fell off a lot. XXX loves Larson tonight. Okay. Checkers or wreckers, Jake says. Larson will be a P5 car. That's it. Maybe good, maybe shit, Jacob says. Think he'll be strong. Shows up summer, fall, Darlingtons. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure where I stand. I mean, I kind of have an idea of where I stand on Larson, but Chastain's, yeah, best qualifying in a long time for Ross. I still don't think that the speed is there, but this is one of those grinded out races. It's like the Coke 600. And I think that there's a chance that he could be really good in the long run. I don't think you bet him before the race. I'm not saying take him in matchups, but if you're looking to live bet him, which I will be looking to live bet, there could be some potential. Could be some potential late with Chastain. But I also wouldn't be shocked if he just kind of disappeared into the night and we never talked about him. Derek has complete faith in the 5. Larson's lap times don't stand out. Yeah, they really don't. The throwback scheme, Ross will be good. And then we'll see. All right. Chris Bell. I want to fade Bell, but I won't. I mean, I want to fade Bell, but I won't. Been struggling on 1.5 miles. I know this isn't a 1.5 miles, but you know what I mean. Hasn't been great here in the past. He's just kind of hung around, but he had like fall off early in like the middle of the run, but then hung on for a long time. I don't like Bell tonight. I have nothing on him nor against him, but I can't get behind some of his lap times from lap 13 to 18 is just no good. Yeah, he was good lap 30, 27 to 33, but you're going to give up a lot on that short run. If you lose 3 or 4 spots just in the short run, or not 3 or 4, but let's say between a restart and a run, you lose 2 spots. It's going to take you a long time to get back up there. He was not in traffic. I believe he was holding up traffic. He was holding up traffic. There were cars lined up behind the 20. You took Bell over Briscoe? Yeah, Briscoe looked like a dump truck. If Bell ever gets track position, Briscoe is not getting track. Like, Briscoe's a guy that if he can just keep it up front, he'll be fine all day, and you won't think much about it. But where you will see, like, where his car is vulnerable, if he gets back into, like, 13th or 14th place, he's gone. Hate betting against Bell. Yeah, I'm in the same boat there. Let's see. Bubba. I wish he had run a little longer, but I thought Bubba was pretty sporty. I do, full disclosure, have some Bell or some Bubba at 25. I have some Bubba at 25. He'll hang around. I think he'll be there. I think this is a good track for Bubba. The last couple of races he's been solid. And I think that 23XI showed some speed this weekend. I don't know. I like Bubba. I don't know that he goes out and wins, but I think he's just going to be around. And because I haven't played a favorite, I'm just trying to like build up some guys around at higher odds, and then maybe play someone live once I see who's going to be the best. throughout the race. Yeah, top 5, top 3 for Bubba. Not a bad play. Austin Dillon is a good qualifying for absolutely no reason other than Dillon's good at high tire wear tracks and running the fence. I like Austin Dillon today. I like Austin Dillon. I don't think he's going to win the race. This is not a race-winning car like we saw at Richmond. That's not what this is. But I thought he was okay. It's crazy that he's in the playoffs and Kyle Busch isn't. That's just crazy. I like Dillon today. Whatever auxiliary you want to play him. I don't really like him to win, but I think he'll be solid. Austin Cindric. I mean, the best car in practice by a lot. I think that Austin Cindric was the best by a ton in practice. What do we do with that, everybody? What do we do with the fact that Austin Cindric was the best car by a pretty good margin? Highline, you haven't played him yet. Come on, you had to have played him already. Yeah, Cindric 45, top 10. Yeah. His car was good. Top 4 at 11-1. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I thought Cindric was phenomenal. One of the few people I've bet to win. A few drivers I bet to win. But do we really think he's just going to drive from 10th? He's going to pass Bell, Larson, Hamlin, and lead? Come on. Come on. We got to be realistic. I just don't. Come on. Cindric, if he somehow finds his way up to the front, he'll be hard to pass. But you could say that about a lot of drivers. Billy Byron. This is a great track for him, but is it because he's always had speed or is it because he just doesn't make any mistakes? I would go ahead and say it's because he hasn't made many mistakes. I think Byron's going to be solid, but when was the last time he's going to drive through the field and just like lead laps? He doesn't drive through the field and lead laps. That's not a thing. I'm fine being unrealistic at 45-1. That's fair enough. You think Cindric and team going to be able to adjust to the changing track? Yeah, I mean, I would think so. It's a Penske organization. 4-hour race, I'm aware. Yeah, front runner, he's not passing people. I agree. I think Byron's like a tick below the 11, 5, 12. But he'll just, it'll be one of those things where he might cycle to the lead if he gets a decent pit stop or has a different cycle on his, or like he maybe short pits and he takes the lead for a little bit, or he waits and like maybe he runs along. I don't know, but I just don't think he's going to be that good today. This chat is a lot more active than Twitter. Makes sense now. Oh, good. Feels like if Cindric and Blaney could be strong, that Logano could figure it out eventually tonight. Yeah, out of nowhere. Yeah, he could. Yeah, I don't hate Logano. I mean, every week I feel like it's the same shit. He's average to bad in practice, and then he's top 5. Ryan Blaney, probably the second best car in practice on speed. If you had to pick the favorite after looking at practice, you'd probably say Ryan Blaney. I think his price is a little too short. I'd rather see how the race unfolds before I bet him. But people that bet him in matchups, yeah, I got no problem with that. Yeah, but MGM's not a serious sports book. Yeah, there was the Blaney 9 from MGM. Yeah, I mean, but they're not serious. You can't bet there. Jacob likes the 12 tonight. Okay, I mean, Justin Haley. Let's take a look at Justin Haley's lap times here from practice. Where is he? Where is Justin Haley? Oh, right there. Yeah, whole $5 on the 91. Oh, wow. Wow, a local has MGM odds up. That's nice. Yeah, Justin Haley, he fell off a little. I mean, come on, we don't think Justin Haley's going to go out there and he's not going to go out there and like win the race. I don't know. I would say Justin Haley's probably a 20th place car if I had to guess. I do like him at high tire wear tracks. He was good at Homestead. He fell off harder than Arch Manning. Yeah, Arch is having a rough weekend. Okay. Joey Logano. Jojo. Let's see where we at here. I mean, Logano looked terrible, just like he does every single week in practice. What do you want me to say? He looks bad every week, and then what are you supposed to do? You bet him. You almost have to bet him because his odds look terrible, and he'll be. Yeah, that's what, Ryan. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, how does he end up fourth? He does week in and week out. Fade Joe at your own risk. You're gonna hate your life. You're gonna hate the race because it's just every. Oh, Joey Logano, what a fantastic caution for this 22 team. You know, they stayed out, and now they're gonna. Everyone's gonna pit. So anyway, it's just really hard with this Joey Logano. He's very predictable. He's much like Chase Briscoe, where Briscoe qualifies really well and is able to keep track position even though he looks bad in practice. And Logano looks bad in practice, doesn't qualify super well, but somehow gets to the top 10 and just kind of hangs out all day, or at least finishes there. Chris Buescher. Oh, man, I think Buscher's kind of a sleeper today. I actually think he's going to be pretty solid. I think Buescher's going to be solid today. He liked his car. I can't say that he was amazing in practice, but he was good enough. He was definitely good enough in the long run to catch my eye a little bit. So I think Buescher's going to be. I think Buescher is a top 10 car for sure. Yeah, I think you wait till live for Buescher as well. We're getting to the point where any driver at this point, it's tough to take them at current prices with such a long race. Ty Gibbs. Fantastic in practice. I mean, fantastic. Bet at your own risk. There's just not a fiber. There's not a one little fiber of my being that trusts him at all. At all. Yeah, I'll live stream the Gibbs win. Yeah, he was great in practice. If you think that practice is going to transfer, he looks like top. Hard to compare A, B, or the different groups, but man, he was really good. He was really good. Betting on Gibbs as painful as betting on Logano. Pretty good. I pretty much agree there. Best Group 1 car equals fast on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, he was probably the best Group 1 car. Gives us fast in practice a lot. Is he? Yeah. Yeah, I guess he has. He has been good. He was I bet on him he looked good at Homestead and he was trash. Bianchi stating 5 still in the garage is working on what the issue is. Okay, so Win the Race and Highline are talking about something wrong with Larson. Thumbs up from the team as a number 5 car is being pushed to the grid. The only thing I hate more betting on the 22 is when how many wins. Yeah, that is brutal when you're not on him. Let's keep her moving here. Daniel Suarez. Let's see, where's Danny? Lots of fall off. I cashed in. I feel like this team's done. Thanks, Black. Looks good on me today. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hawkeye Pod, welcome. I'm already done with one beer here, boys. Yeah, I mean Suarez, fade if anything, right? Depends on who it's with. Eric Jones. I think Eric Jones is going to have a solid run today. I know that he didn't look that great in practice. He made some adjustments. I just think you don't look at his practice and say one way or the other on Eric Jones, like, hey, this is him at his best track. So did I skip Dinger? No. I didn't skip Dinger, did I? No, I didn't. I think Jones is going to race better than he looked in practice. SVG, this is a great qualifying. He just needs to not make mistakes. He's trying to just move on to the second round of the playoffs. There's a chance that that's able to happen. If it comes down to how he looks in practice, I'll have to fall off. Not to fall off for SVG. I'm gonna need a coffee or something to get her going here. Whew. Getting tired. It's only 1:30. I got 7 more hours of drinking. Was there a Zane matchup with SVG? Yeah. Rocky Mountain Bet says, I want to see SVG move on to the second round so I can watch the world burn. Yeah, I'm trying to get it together, man. I had a 30-second. It was a 40-second birthday. We acted like it was someone's 32nd birthday last night. So, is there a caution out there in Nashville? We have to have another restart. Anyway, Chase Elliott. If you watch practice and you listen to Steve Letarte talk about the 9 car, you would have been lied to because he said that the 12 and the 9 were equal in practice. That's not the case. I'll be probably another 20 minutes. Do you want me to? I can wrap it up sooner. Sorry, I got a kid that's trying to go to bed here. 20 minutes is fine. Yeah, 20 minutes will be done. Yeah, I don't see a world where the 9 and the 12 are the same. Sorry, that's just not the case. Just not the case. I think that the 12 is superior to the 9. The 9 was fast in the long run, but geez, qualified terribly. Not his favorite track. His comments about Darlington are kind of what have me cautious about him. Dude, in your kids' room, get a studio. I mean, I don't need a studio. I just do this, and then my kid sleeps in this room as well. Houses are expensive in Vancouver. Look up cost of living in Vancouver. Big Ross. That's a really good point. Everyone that fired off slow was good in the long run. Reddick is still minus 110 at Bisco. Jason's attitude in general are trash. Oh, Canada. Yep. A. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard out here, especially when, well, Surrey is better. Yeah, it is probably better. Not going to live there, though. When is my kid going to take over the pod? Soon. He can't, talk or do anything yet, but soon enough. You do not have me beat in housing prices, Brian. I've lived in Southern California, and I've lived in Vancouver. Vancouver is more expensive. It's not close. Outside of Manhattan. Anyway, we could argue about this all day long. Chase Elliott, not high on. AJ Allmendinger. I kind of thought he would qualify better. I typically like him here at high tire wear tracks, lots of fall off. I think he's strong. I like Dinger maybe in a top 10 scenario. I do think that's I haven't played it, but I would say if anyone that is interested in AJ Allmendinger or some sort of auxiliary bet on him, a top 10 on AJ's, yeah. Dinger top 10 is 12-1. Yeah, one mistake, Dinger explodes. Yeah. I mean, I do the same thing every week. I haven't skipped anybody. Kyle Busch. Geez, he's just bad. I want to say he's going to race a little better, but he was so average in practice. Just average. Kyle Busch average. I hate saying that, but it's true. Zane Smith, I mean, he looks slightly better than Kyle Busch in the later part of the run, but fell off a little bit more in the middle. I don't know, Zane. I got nothing on nor against him. I don't have a feel there. Michael McDowell, I kind of thought that his qualifying was going to be a little bit better, especially after his practice, but clearly, that was just a product of getting out there and being the first on the track and laying down a fast lap. So lots of fall off for McDowell. Don't have high hopes on him. Carson Hocevar, where are you at, Hocevar? Kind of shocked. I thought he'd be better. Let's see, where is he? Carson Hocevar. I think he'll be okay. RC has trouble with the 8 car when they aren't interested. Yeah, in 3 car, can't imagine. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, probably resources are headed to the 3. That's probably a thing. McDowell destroys tires. Gibbs top 10, 2-1. Yeah, I don't hate that. I like Gibbs today. I would prefer almost like a top 5 bet. Get a little bit more of a payout there. Hocevar, he's been good here in the past in the Truck Series. I don't know how that's going to transfer, if at all. I want to be positive for him. You're excited for 83 to pick up another win. That's not happening. Ryan Preece, kind of thought he'd qualify better. Let's see, where's his lap times? I thought he'd qualify better just because he has here in the past, but this was pretty brutal and no short run speed, but that's fairly typical. I actually think if Ryan Preece qualifies well, he struggles because I feel like he's like Chris Farley and trying to make a sale, and what is that, Tommy Boy? Like he just screws it up. But if he comes from the rear and he just puts together a solid day, he works his way up to the field quite nicely. Nailed Priest. Yeah, he was bad in practice. He's bad a lot in practice. He races way better than that. Gilliland, do we have any Gleavers today? I'm not a Gleaver. Let's move on. Alex Bowman. Not his favorite track. Starting deep. Probably just trying to salvage a day. Trying to salvage a day. Trying to salvage a day. That's what I think Alex Bowman's trying to do. If he can get in the top 10, he'd be thrilled. I think he'd be thrilled. John Hunter. John Hunter. I don't know. I got nothing on Hunter. Ty Dillon. He's good at high tire wear tracks. Lots of fall off here. Present and no leave. That's funny, Patrick. That's funny. I'm not high on Ty Dillon today. I think there's going to be some struggling. Brad Keselowski. We talk about there's two interesting, I guess three interesting guys I want to talk about here. Just coming down the stretch. Brad K. I mean, everyone's looking live to Brad K. I think he's going to be good. Do I think he gets to the top 5? I don't know, but I like Brad K today. I like Brad. I don't think he gets lapped in stage 1. I think he'll be fast enough in the long run that he would be almost impossible to pass. Came out late group. Yeah, I agree. I like Brad today. I like Brad. Riley Herbst was actually outstanding in practice. So what is this? What are these bets here? Hang on. Someone like, FanDuel has Brad and group at plus 850 versus Briscoe, Bell, and Reddick. Oh. You faded Brad hard. I would not fade Brad hard. He could be trash. I haven't played anything on him or against him, but I think he's going to be strong. I think he's going to be strong. Long run. They were not fast, just consistent. I agree. Spring race, Byron couldn't lap Cody Ware. Way too much track position to make up. Yeah. I mean, he's starting deep. But yeah, I think he'll be okay. I really do. I think long run he'll be stout. Riley Herbst was great in practice. Noah Gragson, I don't know. Probably first out of the race. So the two big Jeffrey Benson just messaged me and said the two big winners for the book are Reddick and Blaney, and they're looking to avoid anyone whose first or last name starts with a B. Bubba, Briscoe, Bell, Blaney, or Bubba, or not named Blaney. Bubba, Briscoe, Bell, Bowman. So there you go. Reddick and Blaney are big winners for the book, and then losers are Bubba, Briscoe, Bell, and Bowman. I think they're pretty safe there. That looks really good to me. Yeah. Gregson was good, but 500 miles. He ain't keeping that up. I'm not going to go over the rest of the guys. Okay, top 10. I got to get my kid down here. Top 10. Hamlin. I'm not going to throw Briscoe in there. I'm going to say Hamlin, Reddick, Larson, Bell, Bubba, Cindric, Byron, Blaney. I'm going to say... Ooh. Excuse me. Who are my last two going to be? I'm going to say Brad gets it in the top 10. And then, yeah, Gibbs. I would agree with that. Hamlin, Reddick, Larson, Bell, Bubba, Cindric, Byron, Blaney, Gibbs, and Brad. You could throw in Busch in there too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Jones gets there. He could. But gone over Elliott? Yeah. Probably not. Probably not. I do think Buescher could get there. I do think Buescher. Barry, Joey could get there for sure. Joey, it's hard to bet against Joey in that scenario. Yeah. My winner. All right, who am I picking? What's everyone's expectation for who I'm picking? What's everybody think? Newgarden wins at Nashville. Cindric, Blaney, Larson, Blaney, Hamlin, Blaney, Hamlin. I'm not picking Reddick. I have a brain. No, not picking Reddick. I am picking Kyle Larson. Derek Kraus. I am picking Kyle Larson. Mainly because I think his driving style is the best for this track. And I just think that he gets it done. I think in practice, it comes down to the 11, or like based on practice, 11, the 5, and the 12 are all the same. They're very similar. The 12's probably the best. The 11. So here's the advantages. The 12 looked the best in practice. The 11 has the first pit stall and is just a cold-blooded killer. And then you have Larson, who drives this track the best and finds the speed. I always pick Larson. If Larson is on the pole, would he be 5-1? Probably a little less. Yeah, I always think there's some 6.5 out there on Larson. I don't know. Yeah, Todd said to find someone in your life that looks at you the way that I view Kyle Larson. So I don't think Byron's going to win stage 1. I don't think Byron's going to lead any laps. I think Byron's just going to ride around and finish 5th or 4th. Denny's plus 286 at Bookmaker. Larson, Hamlin, Blaney, all top 5, 9-1. Ooh. I always thought, someone thought it was a Blaney homer. Not a homer. Yeah, I just try to pick the winners here. That's all. All right, everybody. I got to get a kid down. I'll be back. I'm going to go have an espresso, wake up a little bit, get some sun in here, and I'll be back live in 1 hour and 15 minutes for a full race broadcast live stream. Cheers.